Hello and welcome to the Respectfully podcast. I'm your host Ellie Scott, and joining me today is someone with more than 25 years in the industry. That's Sarah Street, Head of Education at Great Lemps and salon owner of Establishment 57. As a salon owner with a strong focus on sustainability and conscious hairdressing, it's clear to see that Sarah's values naturally align with Great Lemps, who are the first B Corp certified professional hair extension brand. In her role, Sarah plays a huge part in shaping education and supporting the next generation of extension specialists.
Welcome to the podcast, Sarah.
Thank you. It's so nice to be here.
It's great to have you here. So 25 years in the industry. How did you fall into extensions?
Wow. So 25 years seems like a very long time. I've always kind of dabbled in the in the extension industry. So for me, Great Lemps seemed like a really good choice as far as a career goes. And I'm loving kind of shaping their education and helping stylists to grow and increase revenue within the salon behind the chair.
Amazing. And what still excites you about extensions and education?
I think mainly the transformation for the client and also watching the stylist grow. I love helping people through education. I do believe there's still lots to learn. You never stop learning. Even at my age and with the amount of industry experience that I have got, I am still learning now. So yes, very exciting.
Tell us about your career journey then. So over the 25 years and how you have kind of ended up with Great Lemps.
Okay, so I started off in a salon in Nottingham city centre where I did my training. I was a little bit older when I did my training, so I feel like I was definitely ready for what was kind of to come. And then I moved from there after completing my apprenticeship to go freelance at a salon just outside of Nottingham. And then from there, kind of kept on that journey for a little bit, which led me to open my own salon, which I've had now for 12 years. So, and after I've been there for I'd probably say for about 8-9 years, I just decided to venture out into something a little bit different. I hate to say this, and my girls will probably shout at me for this, but the salon is better without me being there. I can focus a lot more on kind of growing the business rather than kind of, being there and being hands-on. Plus, my focus did change and kind of went into education with a previous role that I had before with a competitor, well, not with a competitor, with a different brand, which led me to where I am now. So, yeah.
Amazing.
I know.
So there's some big news for Great Lemps with the
Yes.
launch of the new WEF.
It's very exciting, yeah.
What makes this such a significant move for Great Lemps?
So it puts us into the market of weft extensions. It's a very exciting launch for us. It's a big part of what we do. To have another product within our portfolio is definitely a step in the right direction, especially because there's lots of wefts on the market. Our weft just kind of keeps up with the same standard as Great Lemps, ethically sourced, B Corp, and the high quality.
And why now? Why is now the time to launch it?
Why now? It's the most important time to launch it. It is something that we have been missing for a while. So to keep up with market trends and what clients are asking for and what salons need. Salons are always looking for, and stylists behind the chair are always looking for a good way to kind of increase revenue. The weft is definitely the way to do it.
And are you seeing clients is there a demand for more flexible and more lower commitment services?
Definitely. I think timing's key as well. So with having something in the chair that would give you an instant transformation and making someone feel very confident about themselves and having that length in there without it taking a long period of time to apply, and also the refit as well. Again, it can be done in such a short space of time. It's definitely a good one for the client and also the stylist as well.
And what about the flexibility and versatility for the stylists?
I think with the flexibility with using multi-methods in there as well. Now Great Lemps has not only got the previous methods that we've used before, we've now got an alternative method as well, which kind of gives them flexibility over all the different methods that we've got. Multi-methods are definitely a way to kind of get more out of the hair and also out of the look as well.
And how does this fit in for a busy stylist column in terms of the application time and upselling services, that kind of thing?
Absolutely. I think it's one of those things, kind of most people are looking for a higher ticket service. I think this is definitely the way to do it. The transformation, you could upsell in the chair. So if somebody kind of comes to you and they've got fine hair, or they're having specific problems, or, kind of losing the hair, thinning hair, or they just want to feel really good about themselves and they've never had the hair that they've always dreamed of. I think with weft and with Great Lemps in particular, we can definitely give them that and achieve that look that they want.
And then more on the business side of things, how can salons use wefts to expand their extension offerings?
It speaks to, I think with weft, the same as lots of different extension methods, it speaks to like a different type of clientele. So, for example, your pre-bonded clients might not be a weft client and vice versa. Our weft is very discreet, so it's ideal for finer hair types and also thicker hair types as well. We can definitely adapt it to the correct density of the hair. And with the high quality and the premium service, it just, kind of screams great lengths. It's very exciting. It's a beautiful product.
And on that kind of like, on that basis of the business side of things, like for someone who isn't really doing extensions at the moment, why should they be kind of exploring this avenue?
I think kind of working less and earning more is definitely the way that a lot of
Yeah,
people want to go in the
they say
industry.
work smarter, not
Not
harder.
harder, exactly. And I think that's the thing, that's key, and I think me included, I wear extensions, I wear tape at the moment, and I wouldn't be adverse to trying the weft. I'd love to kind of give it a go.
Yeah.
I think it's, kind of, it definitely makes me feel more confident having that longer, thicker hair. And if the stylist in the chair can increase revenue from that service, especially with something that doesn't take a lengthy time, and also with the client coming back in for the maintenance appointments as well, once you've got that client in the chair, you've kind of got that client for life.
Yeah.
When you're talking hair extensions. So
And do you find it easier to sell hair extensions, kind of trying them yourself?
absolutely, yeah, definitely. If I'm wearing them or the team are wearing them in the salon, it definitely helps to sell. And also it's kind of like that conversation starter as well. So if someone has, again, if they've got, finer hairs, usually people tend to have finer hair around the front as you do. So just to fill in those sides, you've definitely got something that you can kind of offer them going forward. And if you're wearing them, it's definitely a good conversation starter.
There was obviously, you will get clients who, and it feels a bit of a taboo subject for extensions. How do you promote them still then as a premium service and kind of trying to get past that?
I think it's with them being so adaptable, kind of now we can do lots of different application techniques, especially when it comes to things like the weft. We can just have it in there for sitting quite discreet within the hair. So if somebody, usually if you're asking the right questions as a stylist, the conversation just naturally flows into that, if that makes sense. So it gives you the opening to let the client speak first, and then you can kind of go in there and talk about hair extensions and what the benefits would be. With Great Lengths being a particularly luxury brand, with all our hair being Remy and 100% ethically sourced and traceable, it makes it an easy sell for the client, I think, an easy buy-in.
And then if for someone who hasn't dabbled in extensions at all, what are the education routes for them?
For someone that wants to learn.
Yes. Yeah.
So we have quite a big education offering. Our stylists or salons tend to be certified, especially when it comes to pre-bonded. We offer courses on every single application method with ongoing support in salon for them afterwards as well. A very high level of education comes from Great Lengths. It's good to be Great Lengths certified.
And where is the education base? Is it across the UK?
Yeah, we have various different locations that we use. We split it throughout the UK. So we've got a location in London. We've also got a location in Glasgow, Leeds, and also over in Dublin as well.
What key skills are needed to deliver a seamless finish with the extensions?
Very, again, kind of joining one of our education courses would be ideal, just to kind of get you started, your sectioning techniques, etc. It'd be good to kind of have your level 2 hairdressing qualification to start with. That would always be a bonus. But also if you've got that understanding of obviously hairlines and placement and things like that and things that you want to achieve, it's definitely worth having those in your pocket and your toolkit.
And that the cutting and blending, how are we, is there education for that as well?
Absolutely, we do a cutting course. The weft in particular is natural cut. So is Aria and Ascenza tape as well. So when they're fitted, they do blend quite nicely without having to do too much on the cutting side. So it's kind of just shaping in rather than cutting and defining or refining the haircut. If you were needing to do that, then we do offer a course specifically in fundamental cutting hair extensions where you'd learn to texture the hair and graduate the hair and make the hair extensions look even more seamless for the person that's wearing them, even more natural.
And from a client's point of view, what makes the weft more appealing than other methods?
I think the fact that it's very discreet, the spine of the weft itself is very thin, so it almost becomes invisible even when you were to stack the weft. So, for example, you can wear the weft on its own, so a single track, or you can wear 2 or 3 kind of stacked together, and it still isn't very thick within the hair, so it doesn't stand out or look or feel bulky. It's very lightweight, it's very easy maintenance, so you've not got too much, it kind of looks very natural with the client that's wearing it.
And are they suitable for all hair types?
I would say so, yes, with the weft. There's obviously always that consultation that's really important. It's always, kind of not every method's fit for every hair and every hair density. But with the weft, for sure, anybody could wear the weft for thickness and for length.
So Great Lengths is known for its core values. Can you tell us what being a B Corp means for them as an extension brand?
Yes, so it's a very, very important accreditation for Great Lengths. We are proud to say that we are the first to be B Corp globally for hair extensions. So that's a very, very big statement and commitment from us. So yeah, very exciting. It means it's a big part of our ethos. Being a B Corp is important to me, hence the reason that I'm kind of in this position for Great Lengths. We kind of sustainably recycle as much as we can in salon. Myself, coming from a brand before previously that had sustainability in mind, I think it's very important that we look after our people, the environment and the working environment that we work in. So yeah, I think it's definitely something that kind of represents the brand in a very good way as being B Corp.
What practices does that involve for you?
B Corp obviously comes from the brand itself.
Yes, yeah.
So for me in particular, we just make sure that we kind of align with things like we don't print a lot of stuff on paper. A lot of our stuff is digital, that we kind of use for education. We make sure we reuse as much as we possibly can and obviously put that back into the environment.
And can you just talk through like the ethical sourcing and the quality of the hair?
Yeah, so our hair is 100% Remy hair, which means that the cuticle itself lays intact. So it all flows the same way. So you will get that smooth finish and you won't get the hair knotting or anything like that. Our hair is also fully traceable. So we take our hair as part of a religious ceremony in the temples in India. Indian people donate their hair as part of their religion, basically. So we keep up and we can trace that back to the donor.
Okay. Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's all ethically sourced.
And I know that Great Lengths also do a lot with the Little Princess Trust.
Yeah.
What is the connection there?
Yeah, so the Little Princess Trust, you once the wearer has finished wearing a full set of Great Lengths hair extensions, we remove the hair extensions and donate them back to the Little Princess Trust. The Little Princess Trust itself makes cancer wigs for young people, basically. So it's really nice to kind of give that full circle back in.
Yeah.
And I think it really supports the B Corp status that we've got. Yeah, it's a really nice thing to do. I think that's lovely, like just to kind of give back. Obviously you can also donate your hair if you cut it and it's above a certain length.
Yes, yeah.
But especially with Great Lengths as being the only brand that they do that with, that they work with.
How do you get that message out there to, kind of encourage people to use Great Lengths for that reason? Because I'm sure that was quite an important thing for a lot of stylists, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. Through education.
Mm.
Yeah, we talk about that on our courses. Obviously, that's a process that we can kind of help with and encourage stylists to do. Also through the salons as well and through our community network, social media, kind of our sales team going out into the field, and we talk about that quite a lot, really, because it's something that we feel quite strongly about.
Yeah. What excites you about the future of extensions?
I can't wait to see where it goes. I love the fact that people are kind of, embracing the fact that we can wear hair extensions and it's not such a taboo subject anymore.
Mm.
The majority of people wear some form of clip-in piece or, permanent hair extensions. I just think it's so nice to make women or men feel particularly good about themselves by giving them the hair back and giving them the confidence back. So that's exciting for me. Yeah, definitely.
And what's next for Great Lengths?
Have to wait and see. The weft obviously is first. Who knows what's coming after? It's exciting to kind of see where it's going, and it's really, really nice to see us kind of coming back into the market and playing that big field again.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. It's really good to kind of learn all about this, and the weft is really, really exciting. Actually, it's one of the biggest things we've had from Great Lengths for a while.
Yes, it was I think it's been one of those things that's been a long time coming, but Rome wasn't built in a day, and I think and we're going to give something it's really good quality and premium and luxury.
Yeah,
I think it's definitely worth the wait. Yeah, exactly. It's definitely worth the wait.
When a client comes into the salon, how do you decide which extension method to use?
I think it depends on the client's lifestyle, for one. It depends on the density of the client's hair and what the overall look of what the client wants to achieve. We do offer, as Great Lengths, 3 different application methods. Now I can say 3. We do the weft, we do the tape, and we also do pre-bonded. So again, it just completely depends. If a client was to tie their hair up quite regularly or likes to wear it in plaits or something like that, then I would recommend doing pre-bonded. Tapes, I wear tapes. I still wear my hair up, but I do wear my hair down quite a lot. So again, for tapes, you can mix that with pre-bonded as well, depending on the client's hair type and density. Or again, with weft, you can mix that with pre-bonded and also tape. So you can have multi-methods in there. You don't just have to stick to the one method.
Yeah.
The beauty of it is you get the coverage from a variety of methods that we provide.
Hybrid is a bit of a buzzword, isn't it?
Hybrid, yes, definitely. Hybrid is a buzzword, definitely. So I've done quite a few hybrids, which is quite nice. But yeah, I think for depending on lifestyle.
There is a lot of talk about hair loss at the moment. There has been for the past few years, actually, and I guess there's myths out there that extensions can cause hair loss. I mean, is it true? Is it not true?
Well, I mean, it's like anything. As long as the method is the right method that's chosen for the client by the stylist during a thorough consultation, I think it's really important to understand exactly the client's routine and also for the client to understand the maintenance side of it as well. But as long as the hair extensions are applied correctly and removed correctly, then there's no reason why it should damage your hair at all.
Another myth would be that people only assume hair extensions are for length. I have experienced them just for thickness myself.
Yeah.
Courtesy of Great Lengths, actually.
Amazing.
And, so I know personally, but do you think that word is out there?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Every girl loves a bit of length.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that sounds really bad. That sounds really bad. You have to take that bit out. I mean, yeah, so don't get me wrong. Hair extensions are great for adding length, but there are so many different things that you can do with hair extensions. Thickness and fullness is one of them. If you've got particularly fine hair. Also, chemical-free colour.
Yeah.
That's another good one because obviously these days people are kind of wanting to do those big colour transformations that you don't want to damage your hair. It's all about keeping the integrity of your hair. So the best way to do it really would be through hair extensions, especially if you wanted something like a balayage or some kind of bright fashion pieces in there. We can definitely achieve that with hair extensions.
Also, that's really good.
Yeah.
If you decide you don't like it.
Absolutely, which you get a lot of that. Or clients that change their mind.
Yeah.
That happens and that is out there.
Yeah.
So I think it's really important that, stylists probably think outside the box a little bit as well. If you can't create that balayage or those highlighted effects with colour or the hair is particularly damaged, then just put some extensions in. So it's a good solution to the problem.
So obviously salon fresh hair doesn't it doesn't just stay in the salon. How are we looking after this at home?
So when I first started my journey at Great Lengths, obviously being a stylist, being behind the chair, aftercare is massive as part of our kind of recommendation to the client. I didn't use Great Lengths aftercare to start with. I wanted to see what was out there and kind of looking at different brands using them on the extensions. And I can honestly say using Great Lengths aftercare, it completely changed how the extensions sat. If you want to keep your extensions looking fresh and healthy, then I would suggest definitely buying into the aftercare 100%. It keeps the hair from being knotty. So when you're wearing the hair, you don't want the hair to knot up, whereas the Great Lengths aftercare does keep it knot free, and also it's hydrating for the hair as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you're going to invest in extensions, then surely it's a no-brainer, is it?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's only a small. Yeah, and it's a small cost. It's not. It's not when you think about how much money you're spending on hair extensions. It's just a small cost to keep the maintenance of them anyway. So you're going to buy a decent
them last
shampoo.
longer and
Exactly, the longevity, the colour, the condition, everything. Especially for things like weft and tape, where they're reusable, so you can kind of keeping on top of them and looking after them. You spend the money in the first place, but then you can reapply them. So you can reuse the weft, you can reuse the tapes, you can keep putting them back in again for the length of time that you look after them.
Yeah. It all pays off. Yeah.
Exactly, it's an investment.
Oh, amazing. Well, thank you for joining us today, and it's been great chatting to you.
My pleasure. Thank you. It's been lovely being here. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
A huge thank you to Sarah Street for joining us today. To find out more about Great Lengths Weft Linear and the education behind it, head over to Great Lengths. And if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to rate, review and subscribe for more hairdressing conversations. Till next time.